somewhere. We got Noah with us. We got Jeremy and Bobby coming up the hill. I'm gonna work my way up to them pines where I can see in that meadow and glass real good. Sit there and listen and call. Make a few cow calls. See what we come up with. Hey Bob, I'm gonna go over there to that tree. Right there. Where that dead tree is. I'm gonna sit right there. Alright, we're over here at the glassing spot. We're gonna sit here and listen for a little bit and glass out through there. We can see way up on the top over there. We can see up on the top hill over here. And we should be able to hear if they're anywhere up in this valley. If they make any noise. Up into this valley right here. We should be able to hear them. Well guys, we got 3 bulls over here on this ridge. We've been after them all morning. They've been dead quiet. We called earlier. We used some calf calls and they come over the ridge and we spotted them, but they hung up and started feeding, so we've worked way around them. I know we're close, but they're just not doing nothing. We can hear them fighting a little bit. I'm gonna try a little bit. I left my big old tube in my bag down there because it was too noisy trying to come through this thick stuff. So I'm gonna try to do some calf calling, rake on this tree a little bit, see if we can get them to respond. So thick, we can't get eyes on them. We've been sitting for about an hour. We could hear them fighting and walking, but they never would come over. So I guess we'll just keep on trying. I think it blows. I think that wind got us. But we're going to stay here for a few minutes. I'm not for sure we didn't walk past about 6 elk. They had to be just somewhere right in there. Yeah. When we heard them fighting, I bet they weren't 100 yards. They were clanging, clang. They had to be they were feeding this away too. Yeah. I didn't hear a bunch of ruckus. They didn't run off like they were scared. If they winded us, they just kind of moseyed back that way. I don't even know for sure that they winded us because I think they were still a little bit higher than us. Not much, but maybe like 20 feet above us. Yeah. And but the thermals are rising too, but so I'm hoping that wind was hitting us and hitting that hill and going that way. And they were over there is what I'm hoping. There's definitely 2 good bull elk right here. This shit's fun, eh? Yeah. This is like turkey hunting. I We ain't going up that hill. We see them bull elks. And we couldn't keep up with him. He was climbing shit with that. Look, he was climbing shit with that stick. Looked like a goddamn squirrel. Squirrel monkey. I looked back at Jeremy and I'm like, this motherfucker had a turbo in his ass. I can definitely catch another deer. We're gonna figure something out. We'll get back with y'all. Yeah. You can't trust these mountains, Bobby.
He took off, didn't
He went way down there, so he's looking for a cow. He's a cow hunter.
Yeah, take a picture of all this. This right here is the real mountains here.
Alright, we worked our way back out. We couldn't ever get on them. Couldn't get any closer because the wind started switching and we didn't want to push them out of there. What we're going to do is we're going to go back in here tonight and this evening. We're going to start, let me see if I can find it to show you. Let me switch this camera around. So we're parked way down there on the road. We're going to come in up this long ridge all the way up.
Take some pictures of that back in here.
To there. That's where the bulls came across this morning. I think they were feeding in that cutover. They came across and they fed down like that. So we're going to get up there. You see this little opening? See if I can find it. It's there. You just can't tell it. It's right there. So the opening's right there. We're going to set up right back here. And hopefully they'll come across. Ooh, that's a treat.
Here's one.
Hopefully they'll come across that opening
And
and give us a shot. We're gonna work our way back down here to the truck now. We ran into a boy from Wisconsin this morning, said he was coming out. He drove all the way here from Wisconsin. I got some elk jerky in the truck. We met a guy that drove all the way here overnight from Wisconsin to hunt a cow elk. So maybe he got one. See you guys in a minute. I'm hoping we see a black bear down in that field when we get down here on the road. When we leave, we're going to go that way.
Yeah.
And then we'll turn around and come back. Because we seen 3 of them down there the other day, and if we see one, I'm going to slide out back of the truck. See if I can put old bear out of business. What is it? Bear track or elk track? Weekend. They were actually down there in that field. And then on that side of the road on that little field. To the bottom of the tree. Yep. So Mr. Jones at my cow calling the elk come up the trail. I'm gonna set a snare out for him next time. I'm gonna patent it. It's called an elk snare. resting by the big tree. I was saying, look how big this tree is. This thing is old. Fence keeps going down. Yeah, before we stopped here. So that was the first place we stopped. It should be right. Yeah. That's fresh, all fresh from this year. I wonder if we could. I feel a tree stand spot coming on right here. Oh, guys, we're getting close to our first clearing. We're thinking about a morning setup right there. This is the first place I've seen out here. Fresh rubs from this year. Still being able to do that. Right, This might be a setup in the morning while we wait on daylight and listen for bugles. Huh?
Because all we could see was that big one.
It's crazy. So, we're headed up this trail. Right there is where we first seen them this morning. So we're gonna work our way up that draw, get over the back. They continued down that way, and we're gonna try to stalk down through there and see if we can catch them laying in their bed. So, that's our plan. We're gonna walk the long way. This is where we were seeing them this morning. Dogs in a big bed. Here's another couple beds right there under that tree. And over there under that tree. Bed over there. Bed right there. Bed right there. Right there. Bed right there. Right there. Probably here. Right down here. Where the milk went through this morning. There. And you see that little opening right there. See right down through there. And right around the corner. If you keep on going this way. Over there is the beds. So my hope is that they come back through here, coming down off the mountain, heading down to that big creek for water this evening. Maybe they'll come right here and give me a shot. If they do, it could be anywhere from a 40 to a 65-yard shot. So we'll see. Dole's sitting back up there. Jeremy, they're watching over the ridge. There's a big flat on the other side, just in case they try to come through behind us. They'll be able to throw a rock at me, and I can come over there. So we're gonna set it out and see what happens. What's up, guys? Obviously it's a day later. I'm in my truck. I'm actually fixing to go shoot my bow today. I've been dragging it through the mountains for 2 weeks, and I haven't shot it, so I want to go make sure it's still dialed in. But I was just going to close out the video by saying yesterday when we got set up there on top of the mountain, the wind got up to about 20-25 mile an hour gusts with an average of a 20 mile an hour wind. It was pretty horrible. It was about to blow us off the backside of the mountain. So what we did is we decided to just cut out of there, and we dropped down the hill and we got on the trail that them elk were headed down yesterday morning, and I just wanted to learn the land. So instead of walking out the way we walked in, the only way that I can learn to make moves on elk and mule deer or whatever lives out there is to learn the land. I need to know where the ravines are, where the ditches are, where the water is, where the wallers are, where the food is, where the thickets are. So when we walked out, we took the long way all the way around. Now the good news is I found a hell of a whitetail spot. I marked it on my hunting map, and I'm gonna wait about a couple of weeks. I'm gonna slip in there. It's a perfect tree. There's whitetail rubs everywhere, and it's a what are them trees called? I
I can never think of the name of the trees. Aspen trees. It's a little aspen tree thicket with an opening in the middle. It's got a water hole in there, about 10-foot circle size water hole. It's got whitetail rubs everywhere. It's got elk rubs everywhere. It's got bear shit in there. It's got deer tracks, elk tracks, everything right there. But it's a lot of bear crap. I mean, a lot of whitetail sign in there. We actually seen big old whitetail doe when we were coming through there. So I'm gonna get in there and hang me. I'm gonna bring one of my portables, and as soon as I get through messing with these elk, probably at the end of this month, I'm gonna get in there and start seeing if I can find a big old whitetail buck. So we'll see. Anyways, I just wanted to close out the video. That's what I did. We took a long way around so we could learn the land, and I can know more about what's going on in there when I see when animals are going one direction versus the other, and if I have a chance to make a move and get around on them. So anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend. Kill something.